Jake Elliott's all-time favorite song. And welcome back to the final game of day one here at the 2024 President's Cup. My name is Teddy Jenner alongside Jake Elliott and our whole BC Sports TV crew.
What's up?
CoolBet has your odds for the entire President's Cup tournament, and there's the odds for tonight's game between the Allegany Arrows and the Snake Island Muskies. Muskies a bit of a favorite, plus 1.5, and the over is set at 16.5. We hit it in game 3.
We did.
Not so much in games 1 and 2, but we have...
I think 2 is an over as well. Game 1 was not.
We got the fresh legs of the Muskies versus the Allegany Arrows, who won their first game 7-6 over the Edmonton Miners. If you're just tuning in, everybody will play 2 games at least once during this tournament. And the Arrows have to do it right out on day one. Your referees, Braden Wilkins, Jason Sirtuck, and Nick Dos Santos. Lane Hartung will run the 30 in the box, and just in case we need them. Scratches for Snake Island, Jake Rice, Brian Rice, Casey Swamp, Kobe Johnson, and Wallace Thompson.
Blow the whistle, let's play some lacrosse.
For Allegany, Kean Whitcomb, Liam Keane, Chase Fraser, Austin Mabey, and Frank Brown, your starting goaltenders. Goa Abrams and Nick Damoud, and first possession goes to the Muskies.
Matching buckets for Goa and Chase.
Sparkly blue.
Nice.
Right around the top, here come the Muskies. Loose ball in front, picked up, tried to go short side. That was Skylar Thomas. And a nice early save from Abrams.
Keep an eye on this. Skylar Thomas had an excellent President's Cup a year ago, and I expect some improvement coming into 2024.
Muskies with possession. Familiar name for West Coast fans a little bit. Chris Boucher. Played a summer in Victoria. And now back on the West Coast with the Muskies here at the Prezzies.
South African and quite the drum player as well, Teddy John.
He certainly is. Man of many talents, master of none. Here come the Arrows, Kluche. Chris Atwood, who had a good first game. An outside shot. Goes off a body, quickly picked up by Snake Island. Tyler Armstrong.
Kluche sporting footwear for both uniforms here. Was going with the yellow this morning, got the grays on for
and here's the legend, Joe Hall. Luke Magman said guarantee he scores a short side bouncer in this tournament. Outside shot turned aside by Abrams. That was a good look for Vaughn Harris.
Still running and gunning for Vaughn.
Harris, near side, Ty Thompson, sorry. Quick feed on the far side. Muskies looking for an open lane. Here's Joe Hall. There's the bouncer. Oh, almost sneaks through Abrams, but he gets just enough.
Oh, the hustle back to the bench for Joe Hall as well. See if that keeps up this week.
Here's some early pressure. As Luke Magnan right out on Becker and then loses his stick. Whitcomb, inside feed shot. Nice save by Nick Damoud. Quickly up the floor. One bounce to Matt Achione.
You know, there's something to be said, Teddy. You know, playing 2 games in a day, never easy. But when you do it on day 1 and then you come into your second game, the gloves are feeling good. They're nice and damp, and sticks are a little more dialed in. And we'll see if the Arrows can kind of take advantage of that, and we'll see if the Muskies can take advantage of their fresh legs.
Janice shot goes wide off the stick of Adam Bomberry. And loose ball picked up behind the Muskies net. Up ahead, Briar Jonathan. One more near side. Nate Woods. Here's Briar Jonathan. To Joe Hall. Thought about it. Skips it into the corner. Pass doesn't connect. And a bounce free to Geddes.
Can we take a moment to appreciate the uniforms of the Snake Island Muskies?
Lot away.
Nice. Very, very nice. A little crimson, some yellow, black.
71 is Amos Whitcomb. Pass knocked down right to Nick Damoud. He'll look for the outlet. Running is Achione. Matt Achione, shot. Nice save. by Goa Abrams. Now ball still loose. Up into the netting, and they'll say it'll stay here with Snake Island.
The folks at Team USA will like to see that. The upcoming World Championships for Goa.
Skylar Thomas. Quick feet. Little man. Outside shot off the pipe. Bushi stepped into that one. Thomas. Works with Ty Thompson. Off the roll. Nice stick there.
Sturos.
20 Sherman Williams, I believe.
Excuse me.
It's all right. Jay Thornberry takes a chop from Skylar Thomas, and then I'll flip it to Amos Whitcomb. Check that, 42's Kobe Whitcomb. Late addition as Chase Fraser was a late scratch.
Perfect broadcast, well over.
For both of us.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Shot 7-1 early in favor of the Muskies. That was the first shot on net for Allegany. Here's Sam Firth. Firth with it on the near side. Skips it, backdoor look. Oh, and Abrams gets post to post to make another fine save.
So they got some firepower up front here. Firth, Bushi, Vaughn Harris. Good looking ballers up front.
Joe Hall, can't forget him.
No. Goes without saying.
Here's Chris Kluche, wearing the number 5 here for the Arrows. They'll work a two-man game on the far side. Can't get his hands free. Amos Whitcomb couldn't find it. Loose ball. Becker trying to battle for it. Kluche can't find a handle late in the 30, and he'll just slap it into the corner.
Well, 5:20 in, and certainly the Muskies look like the fresher team here, Teddy. And not only by the shot totals here, but just getting the loose balls a little quicker, getting up the floor a little quicker here. We'll see if that continues.
Skylar Thomas will make his way into the offensive zone. Skip it to Bushi. He'll work there on Thornberry. Bushi inside, one-time feed for Hops. He couldn't handle it.
It's a hot one.
Quickly up ahead. Jay Thornberry. All-time leader in face-off wins and face-offs taken and face-off percentage.
Yeah, when you think about that, you don't think Jay Thornberry, but then you look, and there he is.
Been around the game, the pro game especially, for quite a long time. There's an outside shot, hooked in the stick of Whitcomb. Now running in the Muskies. Picked up there by Miles Jacobs, and he couldn't find his man running with him. That was Nate Woods.
Yeah, you just got to make a better play than that.
Woods trying to split the double. He does. Does he want to go to the rack? He does. And then takes a high hit. No call from the officials, and another good save from Goa. Amos Whitcomb will rock the pink shoes here tonight. Off to Chris Atwood. Inside, Kluche couldn't slam it home. Ball still loose. Becker couldn't handle it. And then a nice job there by Bomberry just to bat it loose and move it up ahead. Numbers here for the Muskies.
Again.
We could be saying that a lot here tonight.
I'm trying to recall, Teddy, did Kluche score in game 1? I mean, they only had 7, but I don't think he had one.
Let me pull up my game sheet here, Jake. No.
Who needs a game sheet?
My memory's not as good as yours. Outside shot from Bushi, turned aside by Abrams again. And they got a great performance from Chase Martin in the opening game.
Did they ever?
And they're getting a stellar one here from Goa Abrams to start.
Okay, we have number 0, Anderson, back out on the floor here for the Arrows as well.
Outside shot from Atwood, low and away, missed. And this one will go back over.
That is of note because he's not on our roster.
He's not on your roster. I've had him on my roster the whole time.
All right, well, I'll blame Tino then because I think he did these.
It's always Tino's fault, no matter what. Skylar Thomas work a two-man game with Firth. Ty Thompson flashes to the middle. Bushi, low and away, up into the netting. There's netting there, Jake.
Yeah, thank goodness for netting. Otherwise, that was pegging somebody.
I see someone's girlfriend down there on her phone not paying attention.
She's below the glass line. Instagram's pretty cool.
Whitcomb, flip it to Kluche, one-on-one, trying to drive underneath. Good defense. Shot there, just missing. And that was Lane Smith, who...
Quick whistle? No, under 10. No, why?
I don't know. We could save this story for later in the tournament when the two teams play, but Lane Smith is on the Arrows. His dad is the GM and assistant coach of the Rivermen, and Lane asked to be traded from the Rivermen to the Arrows.
Wow. Trouble around the dinner table, apparently.
No, he said he didn't want any hard feelings or any grudges to be held. He said, I don't want to trade you, but if that's what you want, I'll make it work for you, and he did.
There you go.
But I imagine his dad will send somebody after him when they play.
Well, either that or he'll change the locks on the front door.
0-0 is your scores. We approach 9 minutes played here in the final game of day one of the 2024 President's Cup. 4 games today, 5 tomorrow.
The under looking good here so far, Tenny.
And a delayed penalty coming up here on the Arrows. And it is going to be the first power play of the game for the Muskies. Let's get your coaches in here. 2-minute roughing call will be called on Xavier Taylor. For Snake Island, you got the Mitchell brothers, Gliwade and Luelis, Josh Sanderson, Jason McDonald, and Derek Stacy. And for Allegany, head coach Billy D. Smith, Carl Kettle, Chris Miller, and Roger Weiss.
A shout out to Mama Bear over there, training with the Muskies this week as well. As she's doing work, all season long with the Timbermen, then at the Minto Cup, and now here at the Prezi. Just like us, Teddy.
Firth tries to go low to low, and again, Abrams solid to the task. Yeah, she was working security this past weekend.
Well, she had a couple of days off as she was working for Poco, I believe, or maybe it was the Raiders, in fact, and they were knocked out of the tournament early. She had a couple extra days, so she threw on a security jersey.
Lacrosse people will do anything for a free ticket, I tell you.
Why do you think I do this?
Not the love of the game? the merch and the free tickets.
There you go.
Here's Josh Becker. Outside shot at the whistle. And it'll be a shot clock violation against Allegany as Nathan Kettle couldn't get that one off in time.
Let's get a goal here. Somebody.
You got too many men here as Joe Hall came onto the floor early. And we'll play 4-on-4 for a minute 4.
Yes, we failed to get a Sego Ziwaguego into the folks back in Mohawk territory and a Scanu. For the people of Allegany, Ohio community.
Well done, Jake.
Thank you.
Kluche skips it down to Lane Smith. Janice, Chris Atwood. Kluche on the far island. Good defense keeping him to the outside, trying to bully ball his way into the middle. Atwood on his wrong side. Nice easy save there for Damoud. Got a man all the way up the floor. Going to be a one-hopper. And Boucher won't be able to get that shot off. Man, how quickly did the Muskies break their own zone there?
That's Josh Sanderson at work there on the bench for sure. And, man, Damoud, such a big goaltender and, just kind of shaped like a lacrosse goal. And then you put a wooden goal stick down between those legs. I mean, there's just not a lot of space. Driving hard to the middle was Vaughn Harris. Couldn't connect with Boucher, and this will be a shot clock violation. And that will take us to our first goalie timeout. First whistle under 10 minutes. Give the big fellas a drink of water and allow everyone to cool their jets here a little bit. Cool jets to cool beds? No, we're going to do Mohawk lacrosse. Almost. Mohawk Lacrosse, the finest in handcrafted wooden lacrosse sticks, a family-operated business making the best sticks for the past 25 years. If you're looking to touch a piece of history, start with Mitchell Brothers Hickory Stick. Visit mohawklacrosse.net and get yourself one of their beautiful handcrafted wooden sticks. I got a couple. I got one for sure. Hand-delivered. Yeah, right to the shop. That was such a great trip. I got the black one last year in Oakville. Oh, man. Not black like Rory Smith's. No. This is Mohawk black. It's a collector's item. Well, they're doing the raffle I saw again for this year, except they made a black goalie stick this time, along with a player stick. Xavier Taylor out of the box, so Allegany to their first power play of the night.
Atwood and Whitcomb play 1-2. Becker now out there. Kluche. And Lane Smith will run the crease. Double seal here for Kluche. Skips it one time, and that one missed as Whitcomb tried to go back across the run of play. And they'll say that was on target at the buzzer, but through the crease. 30 seconds to kill here for Luke Magnan and the Muskies.
Well, I tell you, the Muskies got off to this quick start. I mean, they're still out shooting Allegany 12-4 here, but they have not been able to bury their chances in transition. And the longer the Arrows hang around here, as there's Vaughn Harris with a take and a make.
Harris gets the first goal for the Muskies here
Short-handed
at the
Teddy.
2024 Prezzies, and everyone loves a good shorty. And it's 1-0. First goal took 11 minutes and 35 seconds.
It's a long time.
That's the longest we've gone in this tournament so far. And these games have gone fairly quickly, quite high paced on day one, might slow down by day 3 or 4.
Yep. Allegany winners earlier, 7-6 over the Miners of Edmonton, and then a convincing win for Six Nations over Victoria by 5, I want to say. And then even more so for Ladner as they won going over Standing Buffalo by 8.
It was 13-7 Six Nations over Victoria and 16-8 Ladner over the Fighting Sioux. Whitcomb to Kluche, and he still can't buy a goal here in this tournament.
Well, last year at the President's Cup, Nick Damoud going down with an injury, which kind of spelt the end of the Muskies in that semifinal game. Mm-hmm. And we'll see if he can stay healthy through this week, because if he is on and good to go, the Muskies got a shot here.
Bouchy, and he got turned aside by the right arm of Goa Abrams. That was a great look in transition. Running is Geddes. Gets across center. Gives it off to Janice with a baby blue head, baby blue shoes. Good combo. 15 on the shot clock.
Aqua.
Yeah, I'll go with it. Lane Smith to Kluche. Bouncer. Lost his footing. And loose ball picked up by the Muskies behind their own net. And trying to find an outlet pass. They'll find somebody at center. Skylar Thomas. Thomas gets a pick from Ty Thompson. It's a heavy cross check from Xavier Taylor. Shot scores outside off the far side.
There's another guy, Teddy. You know, Vaughn Harris didn't make it through the entire week last year for the Muskies either. And if there's one thing that Vaughn Harris has been able to do his entire career is shoot the ball. He has got a howitzer, and it's a pure stroke for Harris. This time on the run. Other side of the floor, but picks the inside of the pipe past Abrams, and it's 2-0.
A little off-speed shot there from Vonage top. And he can, like Jake said, absolutely rip the pill.
Sometimes probably shoots way more often than he should. He's kind of one of those guys where he comes across center, and I'm open sort of deal, but when he finds his spot, he can sling it with the best of them.
Here come the Muskies. Rivera Winter, who was a standout, I believe, junior B player.
Winter
for a number
Rivera,
of years.
but yes.
Did I say Rivera Winter?
You did.
Apologies.
But he played last year as, I want to say, a 16-year-old maybe at the President's Cup with Six Nations.
So you're saying he's just 17?
He's young, I know that. Maybe not, he might have been 17, but.
If you're listening, PXP for Sports or at Teddy Jenner, let us know. We always like to find out these little tidbits about players.
He's kind of the darling of the tournament. This young kid just kind of broke onto the scene, and everybody was talking about Winter Rivera last year in Oakville.
Shot clock violation called on the Arrows, and already starting to see some tired legs in white. Achioni will flip it and fake it to Skylar Thomas. Now to Bouchy on the far side. No, that's Vaughn Harris. Thought about the heat check. Now to Bouchy. Again, Goa Abrams with a nice save. Jensen up ahead.
It's a nice little two-man game from Harris and Bouchy there, and if that keeps connecting, they'll find the back of the goal for sure.
Amos Whitcomb. Josh Becker. Lane Smith, Whitcomb trying to crash through the middle. Pass goes awry. Picked up by the Muskies. They're going to run. Oh, check right on the low hip.
No call.
Able to get it off. Achione. One more. Oh, and Abrams again. This time with the right elbow.
Guessed right on that one. Timeout. Yes, indeed. Arrows and Billy D. Smith a little hot under the collar as he wipes off the brow, puts the hat back on, and I think he's about to get into his boys here in this first period. Being outshot 18-6, Teddy, and 2-0 on the scoreboard.
If you want to be a part of our broadcast, want your company's name to be on the bottom portion of your screen, well, help us out. We're looking for advertising partners to keep our lacrosse free for everyone here on YouTube and BC Sports. We have a number of advertising opportunities available. Together, we can create a tailor-made package just for you and your company. Hit up info@bcsports.tv and contact us today. Yeah, I think Billy D just wants to put a little charge on his boys. Yes, they did play earlier today, Jake, but, just got to get into a bit of a rhythm here. Give Go a bit of a break. Couple offensive sets. Let's get some resets. Tire these Muskies out a little bit.
Yeah. I'd say we saw Standing Buffalo kind of try and do that to Ladner, and it kind of worked for about a period and a half before the Pioneers kind of took over, but they slowed that game down to an absolute snail's pace, getting resets. They would just stand around for about 20 seconds before going to work and just tried to limit the amount of possessions offensively for the Pioneers. And playing your second game in the same day, I would start to consider that strategy here for the Arrows, since now we're going to get a penalty, and it's a nasty one.
Tyler Armstrong was laying some heavy cross checks onto Kettle. And top right of your screen, just keep an eye on it. And it looked like a bit of a short right. And Snake Island up 2-0 will get their second power play of the night. Leo Sturos will come and get an explanation from Jason Sauertuck. And Skylar Thomas will set up the power play. Joe Hall will play the shooter, along with Vaughn Harris, Sam Firth, and Bushi on the far side, I believe. It is 21 in black. Skylar Thomas drags, gets a seal pick, tries to work inside, shoulder save by Abrams. Nice pick there from Sturos. With a head of steam, getting across the timeline. Williams will roll it to Kluche. Nice job there by Sherman Williams. Kluche, bouncer off the post. High to center. Nice fair catch from Sam Firth.
45, Luke Magnum, still running and gunning here at the present.
Did you call him Luke Magnum?
Yeah, isn't that his name?
Magnin. Not like the gun.
Close enough.
Hall to Firth. Thomas. Hall sneaks to the middle. Sets a pick for Bushi. Shot scores around the screen of George. And that had eyes from Chris Bushi.
Bushi, he can produce, and he can go off for a big one from time to time as well. You know he's going to get his chances, and he can do damage from the inside or out. That time, it's the submariner right here from Bushi around a screen. And Abrams still looking for that one.
Yeah, he never saw it off the stick, and just unfortunate there for Go. He's played solid so far, giving up 3 goals on 19 shots.
You're not going to win many lacrosse games getting 7 shots in 16 minutes of lacrosse.
Good battle there by Achione. 17 is Cam Achione, and 27 is Matt. 91 is Ty Thompson. Achione to Thompson. Diagonal feed. And Achione got that shot on target. Loose ball picked up by the Arrows. Trying to find someone to outlet to. Oh, not just out of the outstretched arms of Rivera Winter. Whitcomb. flips it to Janice. One more, and the pass doesn't connect as cutting through the middle was Lane Smith.
I mean, not that they're going to rely offensively purely on Kluche and Fraser, but you know they're going to rely heavily on them. And when only one's in the lineup, that kind of off ball, the guys checking the righties can almost just sag right off and focus their attention on 5.
There's Von Harris. Ty Thompson ducks underneath, has room, has a lane. Another right elbow save from Goa Abrams. Loose ball picked up in the Arrows' defensive zone. Flipped off to Gill. And here comes some pressure up floor from the Muskies. Amos Whitcomb, 71. Gives it off to Chris Atwood. Gets a pick from Amos Whitcomb. Tried to feed it inside, pass knocked down. Atwood battling. And who's going to come up with it? It's going to be the Muskies. Quickly up ahead, Derek Hops. And again, they keep going right elbow of Goa Abrams, and he's made half a dozen saves that side.
Yeah, I wonder if that's the scouting report here for the Muskies to shoot on Goa. If it was, they might want to reevaluate.
Whitcomb to Janice. Smith now. Tucks it, skips it. Inside, oh, great save by Nick Damoon. That's been his best save of the night.
That's a good look there.
Whitcomb flips it in, and Janice couldn't handle it. Loose ball picked up by Adam Bomberry. He's looking for someone to pass to. Finds Skylar Thomas, almost a back over there. And he's going to use his speed to get underneath. He does, and he goes far side elbow, and again, Abrams with the save.
Yeah, maybe change it up. That's the last 6 shots to the same spot, and same result, all 6.
Kobe Whitcomb. Don't want to guess, but I imagine brothers. Kobe and Amos. Kluche on Magnet. Gives it off. One more inside. And hit his man right in the body. Running with speed. Accioni. Shot. That time he went gloves.
Whoa.
Oh, takes a heavy hit.
He's okay.
That's Xavier Taylor again.
My
And
word.
Leo Sturos doesn't like the call.
Referee says, get away from me. 2 for a rough.
And Accioni just holding that shoulder down. That does not look good.
He went flying into the corner boards from a very vulnerable position as well. And his President's Cup might be over just as soon as it started. Welcome to the President's Cup.
That was a scary,
cow.
scary play.
Violent.
For Cam Accioni. And just 2 minutes up on the board for Xavier Thomas, but back to the power play go the Muskies, 0 for 2 so far.
Joe Hall time.
Sam Firth, Skylar Thomas. Joe Hall sets a pick. Thomas, Firth. Back to Joe Hall. Harris put it wide, and this will be over and back on the Muskies with 24.7 to go.
And if you're the Arrows here, I mean, sitting on 8 shots, down 3-0, shorthanded, get to the break and regroup.
They're being heavily outshot, but I don't think they're being outplayed, only down 3-0. Just haven't been able to get any good looks on Nick Damoon.
Well, if not for Goa.
Yeah. Kluche loses his footing. Final 5 of the period. And Billy D. Smith starting to get hot on the Arrows bench.
Yeah, he's looking for a call to go his way. And hasn't had one yet. But he'll start the period down a man in 10 minutes from now, Teddy.
2 goals from Von Harris, 1 from Chris Bouchy. Snake Island Muskies leading the Allegany Arrows 3-0. Game 4, Day 1, President's Cup. Come back and join us for the second on BC Sports.
What does it mean to be Canadian? It's toughness. It's grit. You know who bears the red and white. You know the history. You know the storylines, and you know its weight. I've been there, I know what it takes. It's preparation for domination. It's the brotherhood so you could. It's long nights and longer days. That separates the good from the greats. This is Canada.
Woo. That's fresh.
Embrace the unexpected. Cool Bet.
We've had great fans. It's been really motivating for our guys.
We want to put on a good product on the floor for the fans that are going to come here and spend their hard-earned money.
And as Martel slips it 5-hole. And his ball again down the middle. How did he hang on to that? Scores! Keegan Ball!
It's what they did in that room that turned the season around. I don't think we make that run without the support of the fans.
Here's Sean Beatties! And he scores!
What does it mean to be Canadian? It's toughness. It's grit. You know who bears the red and white. You know the history. You know the storylines, and you know its weight. I've been there. I know what it takes. It's preparation for domination. It's the brotherhood so you could. It's long nights and longer days. That separates the good from the greats. This is Canada.
Woo. That's fresh.
Embrace the unexpected. Cool Bet.
We've had great fans. It's been really motivating for our guys.
We want to put on a good product on the floor for the fans that are going to come here and spend their hard-earned money.
And as Martel slips it 5-hole. And his ball again down the middle. How did he hang on to that? Scores! Keegan Ball!
It's what they did in that room that turned the season around. I don't think we make that run without the support of the fans.
Here's Sean Beatties! And he scores!
What does it mean to be Canadian? It's toughness. It's grit. You know who bears the red and white. You know the history. You know the storylines, and you know its weight. I've been there. I know what it takes. It's preparation for domination. It's the brotherhood so you could. It's long nights and longer days. That separates the good from the greats. This is Canada.
That's fresh.
Embrace the unexpected. Cool Bet.
We've had great fans. It's really motivating for our guys. We want to put on a good product on the floor for the fans that are going to come here and spend their hard-earned money.
And as Martel slips it 5-hole. And his ball again down the middle. How did he hang on to that? Scores! Keegan Ball!
It's what they did in that room that turned the season around. And like we make that run with all the support of the fans.
Here's Sean Beatties! And he scores!
Welcome back inside the Ladner Leisure Center. Period 2 action between Allegany and Snake Island. 3-0 Snake Island leading, and they'll start this period on the power play for 1 minute and 11 seconds. And you know, Jumbo, sometimes when we ask, people give us the answers we need. Winter Rivera is 17, turns 18 in December. He was born, ready for this one? Ready to feel old? 2006.
That is gross.
And he's playing Senior B
So
at a high level.
He was playing last year's President's Cup
16
at
years
16
old.
years old. Nuts. And doing well, like thriving.
Yeah.
He got a scholarship to Syracuse, if I'm not mistaken. Somewhere big time. He's off to school. Committed.
Well, let's play some lacrosse, shall we?
Blow the whistle. Let's play some lacrosse indeed.
Thornberry working on the draw. Had it stuck in his stick. It's going to fall there to Jimerson. He takes a heavy hit along the boards. Ball still loose. And I think a Muskie player has it. And nice job to move it.
You were right.
Numbers.
Shoot
Hops.
it.
Does. Put it wide. Now reverse transition the other way. Can they catch this one? Darius Anderson. Shot, try to go 5-hole, and that's not going to beat Nick Demuth. And they got a man all the way up the floor. Can they force it? They do. Ty Thompson. No, Sam Firth. And a nice save there from Goa Abrams.
In your defense, I think Thompson has worn 19.
He does like the 91. I should know Sam Firth's a 19 guy.
Watch out for Willem, by the way.
Yep. Probably should have won the OJ scoring title.
Yeah.
Here's Lane Smith. Bounce shot from Kluche, handled there by Nick Demuth. Still wearing some Panther City garb.
Don't forget to reset the 30. There you go.
And we are back to even. In the corner, Bushi. Around the top, shot through a screen, kicked aside by Goa Abrams. Nice pickup inside the middle by Jimerson. He'll move it up. Geddes. He'll leave it for Kettle. Kettle to the middle. Fakes the pass, now gives it to Whitcomb. Josh Becker through the middle, down the pipe, and he just put it wide.
It's a good move for Becker. Got to finish that one.
Loose ball Kettle, got to get a shot off here. Whitcomb, right in the breadbasket of Demuth. Quickly up ahead and running. Rivera Winter, the 17-year-old.
Do you not get the feeling that Nicky could just do it tonight?
Wow.
I know we got a long way to go, but like 12 shots here, no goals, and no sign of really anything threatening so far.
Pass inside to Bushi. Knocked down by an active stick by Sherman Williams. Up ahead, Kluche all alone.
And you kind of feel like if somebody is going to pot one, it's going to be number 5 in white.
Pass doesn't connect with Atwood.
There we go.
Flip up to Magnet. He'll get across center. Give it far side to Joe Hall. Hall comes off a pick, tried to flip it to Ty Thompson. He's battling for it, loose ball on the turf. Oh, and Thompson, what a goal by Ty Thompson.
91.
How did he find this ball? Jake, you tell me. Oh, he caught Abrams reaching.
Yeah, fishing.
Tough one there for Goa. Ty Thompson gets his first of the tourney.
Well, 4-0 here, Teddy. Next goal, Captain Obvious. Big one.
Just looking across the Chase Martin in the tunnel.
He's not coming in. He just
chewing on some gum, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe a little intermission.
A little upper decker.
Comes Sam Firth.
Intermission. I like that.
Firth to Bushi. Gets a pick from Rivera Winter.
Nice ball.
Low to low, and Winter had it turned aside by Abrams. Then Bushi with a little forecheck. Ball loose here in the near side boards. Winter with a chop. Ball still loose. And picked up there nicely by Miles Jacobs.
New 30. Who needs it?
Rivera Winter throws it away. Here's Gill on the run.
Shoot.
You just want anybody to shoot.
Well, honestly, the looks that you're getting offensively, you might as well have that take right there in transition.
Bushi staying down the far end. This is something we see more and more in this tournament.
Nobody's been able to give me a rationale for this yet.
Good stick check there by Derek Hops. Knocked it out of Kluche's wand. Honestly, I think it's guys just don't want to go change.
Maybe. I mean, you see it more now while a team is shorthanded.
Yep.
But I just, like, as a coach, I'd be like, get your behind back there. Like, I don't know.
You can say but. It's okay.
Yeah, I guess I gave out Lachlan's Instagram handle earlier. Probably get away with that.
Harris off the pipe. Oh, Abrams swept the stick behind him to knock it away from the goal line. That was almost the hat trick for Von Harris. There's Jensen. Shot scores, there it is. Chris Atwood breaks the goose egg. And the Arrows are on the board.
Here comes the Larscheid text from Kurt Miloski now. He already sent it, by the way.
Did he?
Yeah. Loves it. He doesn't even spell Larscheid correctly, though, I don't think.
Not many people can. Tom Larscheid, a legend in the broadcasting world here in British Columbia. Longtime analyst for the Vancouver Canucks.
And most famous for saying something wasn't going to happen, then immediately after saying that, the thing would happen. And that's what Tommy Larscheid's all about right there.
Jonathan Donville was the reverse of that.
Yeah.
He would say something good to happen and it would happen. Oh, Thormer won the draw clean but threw it away. Quickly off the draw. Wood, shot saved there by Abrams. Ball loose, recovered by the Muskies. Good work there by Skylar Thomas.
You know, I know they're going stick side here on go a lot, but like maybe throw a fake and shoot somewhere else.
Harris. Magnan going to work in the middle. Harris, swim, pivots back, shot through a screen. Oh, almost through the wickets. Rattled off both legs and stayed out. Kettle up ahead. 5.5 gone here in the second. 4-1 Muskies. Kettle to Atwood. Give him 2. And that's why you run hard off the bench, kids.
Yeah, run hard to the bench so you can run hard off the bench. And Atwood, who had a pretty good game number 1, picking up right where he left off here in game number 2. And that's what happens when you let a team hang around here, out shooting them 29-14, but now the lead just 2.
He's got 5 in the tournament so far. Does Chris Atwood mention, former ALL MVP?
There you go. Not Syracuse for Winter Rivera, Teddy. The Ohio State. Nick Myers getting a good one.
He's been known to recruit a few talents.
Yeah.
Especially from this area, most notably
Logan Schuss.
the Bus, Jesse King.
Gary Binning from this neck of the woods as well.
My good buddy Curtis Smith was one of the first Canadians to go down there.
Oh, Lewis Ratcliffe, Steve McKinley.
Lewis went there for a semester.
Still counts.
I guess. Lane Smith, good turnover. Inside feed. Oh, Whitcomb didn't want it. Now the Muskies going to try and run. Got a man off the bench. Skylar Thomas.
Oh,
took flight.
That's a good move, though.
Yeah. Short side, far side, tried to bring it back short side. Now Boucher going to try to find this loose ball. Still loose.
Johnny Pearson, Jake Withers, Austin Shanks.
Oh, heat check for Atwood.
Look out.
Tarafenko, we're just going to go down the list.
I mean, we could. I mean, we won't, but we could. Knows how to recruit is the answer.
Step back from Von Harris, and that rung Darius Anderson.
Oh, Joe Hall. Almost.
And Anderson still trying to catch his wind.
I need a trip to the dentist after that collision.
Here's Kluche still looking for his first of the tournament. Bounces to Kettle. Whitcomb through a screen. Took a deflection. Bounces right to Kluche. 10 on the shot clock. Kluche can't flip it. Drives. Dives. Oh, we almost had the top corner. They get the reset. Can Kettle handle it? He can't. Little lackadaisical there from 22 and White. But a good job forcing the turnover and to get it back.
Fresh clock.
Kluche. Inside feed. Oh, and Whitcomb couldn't get his hands free. Loose ball picked up in front by Matt Accioni. Haven't seen Cam return yet, and I don't think we will. Ty Thompson couldn't find that loose ball. A little sloppy here in the middle stages of the second.
Yeah, it's a good word for it.
Hops finds it. Ty Thompson shot off the left leg. As he tried to pull it short side, turned aside by Abrams, but loose ball goes right to Skylar Thomas. 8 minutes played here in the second. 4-2 is your score.
32-16, your shots.
Doubling them up. Backhand flip to Bushi. Couldn't get the handle. But it falls right to the Muskies, and another big save by Abrams. Xavier Thomas running. Bounce pass to Atwood. They got Von Harris stuck back on D.
He's played there before.
Kettle had a man open on the backside, still does. Now he'll force it. Took a deflection off Von Harris' stick, and they're going to call that as back in.
Yeah, I don't like that. He's standing in the crease. I know he reached out for it, but he's standing in there.
I never liked that rule either. Von Harris could get off here if he wanted. And Sauertuck's picking up a broken stick. And
why is he bringing it to the penalty box?
that's where he was closest to. Here's Kluche. Shot turned aside by Damu. Ball loose in the back of the net.
Oh,
Smith with a rocket shot off the pipe.
there we go.
On the run, the Muskies. Miles Jacobs went glove side this time, and Abrams again with a big stop, keeping his team in it, just down 2.
That looked like a practice drill shot right there. I had not a whole lot of commitment behind that thing.
Amos Whitcomb gets a pick from his brother, dives and drives, gets called for in the crease.
Question for you, Teddy.
Bring it.
If, in fact, we do have a dispersal draft,
Uh-oh.
does Nick Damoud go first overall?
Well, I think it'll come down to who has that number 1 pick. We still don't know if it does happen what the order of a draft would be. I think if it's a team that doesn't really need a goalie but could use some current high roster players, they might draft them and trade them.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do because you could probably fetch a pretty penny for it. But Will Malcolm dangling there, Johnny Donville there, pretty tantalizing as well. But
Yep.
I don't know. I think I'm taking Nick Damoud if I'm sitting there at number 1.
Here's Kluche. Inside, Atwood bouncer just goes wide, up off the rafters. And we'll get a goalie timeout for some water. And we'll take a quick rest and a break.
What do we got?
I don't know. We'll see.
Surprise, surprise. Oh, we're getting a replay here.
This is the hit.
Ooh.
Oh.
I mean, he kept the elbow down. I'll give him that. But I don't think Anderson had any idea.
No, he wasn't expecting it at all.
That's what made it so violent.
What's up, Extreme Threads? They're your official uniform supplier of the WLA and teams around the world. They're your one-stop shop for customized team or company apparel, embroidery, screen printing, sublimated uniforms, and more. Check them out at extremethreads.ca.
Speaking of apparel, quick update. Rick Mang has put the golf polo back on.
I saw him outside.
Is still in the building down to just to the right there of Go Abrams in the red shirt. You can see him.
He's upset that you're keeping people updated on his
No,
attire.
he
is. And what he's drinking. That doesn't look like a coffee anymore.
he's having a good time at the Prezi, and we hope you are too if you're tuned in here to BC Sports TV.
If you're in the Lower Mainland watching, 5 games on deck tomorrow starting at 8 a.m., so plenty of lacrosse action to take in.
5.
We each get 3. Well, Tino's got 4, but he's got to make up some time.
He deserves 4.
He should do them all. Tino, you're doing them all tomorrow by yourself.
See you at 2.
Here's Kluche, working off the Becker screen. Gets the middle of the floor. Behind the net for a dunk and probably could have gone the other way.
I was going to say, come the other way. That's an easy tap in. Speaking from my vast dunking experience.
Nate Woods gives it off to Skylar Thomas. Goes for a change. Thomas working off a first screen. Gives it to him inside. Dives. Hit the pipe. And Thomas gets the rebound. Fresh 30 for the Muskies.
On post.
Winter Rivera. Firth couldn't find it. Gets it off the glass. Look for Harris. Comes around the top. Shot put it wide. Loose ball. Gets it right back. One more inside. And Thomas denied by Go Abrams. They're going to call that back in.
Ty Thompson had a number of looks in this game. He's got one, but he could easily have 3, 4.
Little confusion at the Muskies bench of who's going to come out on the floor. Bushi's got to put the gloves on and go for a shift.
Firth looks doubled over here.
Winter Rivera with a bouncer goes up into the netting. That was a good look, but maybe a little early in the shot clock here. 8:35 and ticking in the second. Geddes, shot, try to go 5-hole, and nice save there by Damuth, standing tall, keeping the stick planted.
That Woody is large, Teddy.
Derek Hops to Thomas, another save going stick side on Goa Abrams, to no avail once again.
Yeah, I know I keep saying stop going glove side. I'm not really sure where you're going on Goa right now. He seems to be pretty dialed in there. And that might be the strength of this Arrows team, their goaltending tandem.
Pass doesn't connect. Picked up by Whitcomb off the boards. Skips it to Kluche. Gets a big pick from Kettle. They'll call him that.
Well, that's a penalty.
And they're going to call Kluche, and he's not going to like it.
And then they probably didn't even want the penalty because they were about to have a breakaway, and they blew it down anyway.
Magnan didn't want that pressure.
I mean, what? You play it when there's a delayed. This is what I'm trying to say here, Jenner.
Say it.
When there's a delayed penalty on, you let the play continue and wait for a shot or a save or a goal or an interference or whatever. Why do you blow it down immediately on a delayed game if there is an advantage to be had?
Because it's already a dead ball, Jake. The whistle gets blown on the shot clock, plays dead.
I'm posing the question to change that. Because that was a breakaway they just took away from the Muskies, and it's not their fault.
Bushi skips it to Skylar Thomas. Couldn't handle a hot one. 10 on the shot clock. Firth, Bushi, soaked.
Ouch.
That one stung.
That will leave a mark.
Good job by Sherman. Oh, that one will definitely leave a mark, but a couple good soaks and an honor. And a heavy chop.
Sturos did not like that. And are they both going to go? They will.
I was going to quote our boy Jonathan Donville. Good eating, don't rub it.
You might want to rub that one. Holy.
So Snake Island will stay with the power play here. As Sturos and Bushi will each head off. And we'll get a good look at this replay. And I don't really know what else Bushi could do there. He's just trying to put a shot on target.
Yeah, kept it low.
Yeah, Sturos just coming right out in the shooting lane. But a possession will start with the Allegany Arrows, the Can-Am champs, taking on Tri-Nations League champions. Yeah?
3 nations.
3 nations.
Yeah.
3, try.
I'll give it to you.
Same. So just a little confusion here of should penalties go up on the board or not. And they won't. So Chris Atwood will start with it, and we'll play 5-on-4. Atwood, Whitcomb, Kettle, and Becker out there for the Arrows.
Well, I didn't think we'd have a lower scoring game than a 7-6 final, but we're on pace for one.
Whitcomb pinned against the far glass. Ball popped out of his stick. Becker's there to find it. Gives it off to Kettle. He'll take the shot off the inside of Damuth's left leg. Magnan finds the loose ball. Pushes up the floor to Woods.
Out comes a Woody on defense for the Arrows.
He's been using it all game.
Stand behind my comments.
Traditional wood sticks, always great to see out on the floor. Skylar Thomas inside. Harris shot, rebound right into the stick of Winter Rivera. And that was again turned aside by Abrams. 30 seconds remaining on the minor. Oh, and man,
what?
Joe. Joe. Oh, never changed, Joe. Yeah. Literally caught it, didn't know he caught it, ran halfway into Abrams' crease. No call, stepped out, shot it, and then they called it.
Better hands than he realized.
Here's Becker. Gives it off to Lane Smith. Becker flashes to the middle. Can't quite catch the pass. Oh, a heavy chop by Atwood. Now running. Won't force it, but they'll shoot it. And it just goes wide from Adam Bomberry.
I don't know who's working the 30 here tonight, but they might need a coffee.
Or a refreshing of the rules.
Been slow on the trigger a few times.
And they're going to set it to 17 for the shot clock. Good eye there by Jason Sauertuck. So it'll be Muskies' possession on a short clock here. Josh Sanderson barking out some orders to his offense.
Neither bench particularly happy.
No. Short power play.
Well,
Allegany didn't have a guy out on the floor.
I was going to say, there was no power play. They just didn't bring out enough guys.
Everyone's screaming for too many men, but it's not. The penalty's over. It's 5-on-5. Ty Thompson. Nope. Firth. Gets a pick from Skylar Thomas. And then that pass doesn't connect. Winter Rivera battling with 9 on the clock. Oh, what an attempt from Winter Rivera.
Now you're getting an idea what this kid's all about.
On his wrong side from behind. Good angle. But a nice save by Abrams. George will give it off to Kettle. Drives underneath, no slide help. Kettle tried to bring it back short side, and Damoud stuck the paw out. Loose ball picked up by Magnet. Bounce it up to Woods.
I mean, between Goa and Damoud, just a real efficiency in movement for the two goaltenders who play their angles extremely well.
Shots 41-23 in favor of the Muskies, but still just 4-2's your score. Harris, backhand flip, inside.
I mean, he more or less just steps 1 foot inside one post, one in front of the other, and puts his arms up into the top corner and kind of goes in a starfish formation, and it's like find a hole if you can, and there's just not a lot there.
More career saves than I do. Obviously doing something right. Atwood flips it, shot turned aside by Damoud, who's stepping out. Kluche skips it one-timer, and a good save again by Damoud, getting pipe to pipe. They won't force it, but running. Zach hops, and he finally will take a shot, turned aside by Abrams. Hops gets his own rebound.
The Hops boys, they always come to play.
Derek wears 4, Zach wears 76. Inside feed, Skylar Thomas! And stopped on the goal line by Abrams with 3:32 to go.
Thomas slow to get up. Just day one, youngster.
Here come the arrows. Atwood gets a pick from Amos Whitcomb. Up top to Kettle. Now Smith into the corner, Kluche. Oh, a diving reverse backhand by Kettle, didn't miss by much.
Oh, my goodness.
They're going to have to rein this in. And Sauertuck does have his hand up for a penalty. And so Allegany will head to the power play.
Then Whitcomb gives him a little parting shot as they separate.
We'll get a good look here in the replay. That's not the slash. That was the slash.
I don't even think that was it. I think there's one more coming here.
So heading off the floor, Adam Bomberry.
4-2. 3 minutes to go here in the second.
Hoping nobody bet the over. Whitcomb to Kluche. Backhand flip Becker. Thought about it. Gets it back. He'll shoot and he scores. Didn't take the first one. He'll take the second one. And Leo Sturros makes sure that Adam Bomberry hears about it as he walks out of the box.
We got a one-goal game here, Teddy. 44-26 your shots on goal. Goa Abrams. I mean, they won the first game 7-6. Chase Martin, the MVP, and now Goa on his way here if he can continue up this pace. But the Muskies got to bear down, start finishing their chances.
Well, between Dylan Hutchison and Goa Abrams, Team USA Got to be happy with their goaltenders for the Worlds coming up in September.
Well, that's kind of been the soft spot on that USA roster for forever, really, right? And it's what's kind of kept them that one tier down. And if these guys can play, like, mind you, you don't have, Robert Church and Dane Smith and Josh Byrne firing balls at you here at the President's Cup, but still.
Gain a lot of confidence in a tournament like this. Janice sets the pick. Whitcomb, oh, what a save by Damoud, as Whitcomb was all alone. Muskies, slow numbers. Miles Jacobs will peel back. Give it off to Vaughn Harris, who has a pair. Closing in on 2 minutes remaining here in the middle frame. Skylar Thomas. Late man is Ty Thompson. He'll take a rip, miss short side, and that'll be over and back.
You see the offense from the Muskies becoming increasingly frustrated. Now they're starting to settle for things that they shouldn't because they haven't been able to find the goal.
The Hawk goaltender will frustrate shooters. There's an inside look for Kluche, and he's starting to get a little frustrated too.
Yeah, don't give him that look too often. He'll make you pay.
Lane Smith, Kluche. Becker setting the screen. Kluche swims, flips it off. Becker, shot. Oh, he had Damoud leaning. Kluche scores, and we're tied.
Oh, look out here.
An extra chop from Tyler Armstrong could send him to the box just as Allegany ties it.
A bit of a pride matchup here. Like I said this morning, the Seneca, or the Eastern Door, against the Western Door. And a lot of pride on the line here between Seneca and the Mohawks.
So it's actually going to be offsetting minors as Armstrong and Whitcomb each head off. See who they give possession to.
Remember, this is 4-0, right?
Yep.
Now 4 straight here from the Arrows.
We'll play 4-on-4 lacrosse here. And a big face-off coming up. And look who's taking it for the Muskies.
The legend, Joe Hall.
He's played offense, played defense, taking a draw. Oh, we just got him getting net during this tournament. He's done everything.
Yeah, he did it this regular season.
He did. Oh, diving chop from Hall. He'll get off the floor, get a fresh D guy on. That'll be Shane Francis, 31.
Well, called his name out.
Sorry, Mrs. Francis, if you're watching. Francis family. Shot, save Damoud. Got a man breaking up the floor. And he'll go short to Magnan. Magnan will give it off to Harris. Running on is Winter Rivera. Late man, Ty Thompson has it now. Gives it off to Sam Firth. Turns the corner, plants his feet, twister. Drove it into the turf. Up off the glass, still alive here. 5 on the shot clock. Good battle there. And Firth will throw his man to the ground. And Allegany will have possession with Jensen. 45 to go here in the period. They want to try to go 2 for 1.
I don't think so.
Atwood. Kluche. Josh Becker. Backing his man in. Flips it to Kluche. Double clutch. He scores! Down 4-0. The Allegany Arrows have stormed all the way back. Lead at 5-4. Let's flash back to that timeout by Billy D. Smith in the first. And his team have found their second legs.
All coaching right there.
Back to back for Kluche.
5-0 run for the Arrows. Looking to go 2-0 on day one.
How did Kluche stay out of the crease?
Footwork.
Twinkle toes. Still playing 4-on-4 for another 48 seconds. That'll take us to the end of the period. As the ball pops free, Joe Hall battling, picked up, running is Gill. Gill all alone. Twister kicked aside by Damon, and a heavy hit. And Gill goes flying into the boards. They got to get a trainer out real quick. And Billy D. Smith was almost on the floor. Get the trainer out here real quick.
Yeah, I don't know what. That's an ugly play.
It was Briar Jonathan with the hit.
This is scary.
And Billy D is going right at the Snake Island bench.
Goalie with it going right back at him. And honestly, I don't think we want to see a replay of that, do we, Teddy?
No.
I don't think there's any need for it. I think Briar Johnson should be out of this game. And, you know, maybe some supplementary on top of that. That was an ugly play.
Sean Lehman, referee in chief, crew chief here for the tournament. And Billy D, I don't know, a fan might have just gotten tossed.
Yeah, that's not how you want to end up day one here at the Prezi. Tell you what, let's take a quick break while they attend to the fallen arrow, and we will return when play resumes. We get a number on that, Teddy?
Yeah, it's Gill.
Yeah. I think he's going to be okay,
yeah, Justin
thankfully.
Gill, 74.
Did walk off under his own power, but I don't think he's going to return to this game. Mind you, just 13 seconds to go in the period. And we're still waiting for the penalty time to go up here on Briar, but I would imagine 5 for sure.
I believe it's Nick Dos Santos is putting up 5, and I think he's saying Briar Jonathan is out of this game, and he is.
Yeah. I'm like, listen, I've watched Briar Jonathan play a lot of lacrosse games, and I don't think he's a malicious or dirty player by any means. Just a bad lapse in judgment and a bad hit. That thankfully Gill is okay, but it'll be the end of the night for Briar here this evening.
And after being down 4-0, Allegany scored 5 straight, and now they have a 5-minute power play.
Yeah, big moments here.
34 seconds of 4-on-3.
Mind you, just 13 to go in the period here, so this will carry over well into the third, but a chance to tack one on here, which would feel good for Allegany going to the break, obviously.
Absolutely. I think it was Ty Thompson, 91, coming over to serve the major. So Atwood will start with it out there with Kluche, Smith, and who's that on the far side?
Whitcomb.
Whitcomb, the other Whitcomb.
That'll do it for period 2 here. As time will tick down, and, well, if you're a new viewer to the President's Cup, you're getting a little taste of what these men will go through in this week here in Ladner if they want to claim themselves the big trophy and a gold medal at the end of it all.
40 minutes in the books. 10-minute break. Allegany up 5-4 and will be on a lengthy power play when we come back. Jake Elliott, Teddy Jenner on BC Sports TV.
What does it mean to be Canadian? It's toughness. It's grit. You know who bears the red and white. You know the history. You know the storylines, and you know its weight. I've been there. I know what it takes. It's preparation for domination. It's the brotherhood so you could. It's long nights and longer days. That separates the good from the greats. This is Canada.
That's fresh.
Embrace the unexpected. Cool Bet.
We've had great fans. It's really motivating for our guys. We want to put on a good product on the floor for the fans that are going to come here and spend their hard-earned money.
And as Martel slips it 5-hole. And his ball again down the middle. How did he hang on to that? Scores! Keegan Ball!
It's what they did in that room that turned the season around. I don't think we make that run with all the support of the fans.
Here's Sean Beatties! And he scores!
What does it mean to be Canadian? It's toughness. It's grit. You know who bears the red and white. You know the history. You know the storylines, and you know its weight. I've been there. I know what it takes. It's preparation for domination. It's the brotherhood so you could. It's long nights and longer days. That separates the good from the greats. This is Canada.
That's fresh.
Embrace the unexpected. Cool Bet.
We've had great fans. It's really motivating for our guys. We want to put on a good product on the floor for the fans that are going to come here and spend their hard-earned money.
And as Martel slips it 5-hole. And his ball again down the middle. How did he hang on to that? Scores! Keegan Ball!
It's what they did in that room that turned the season around. I don't think we make that run with all the support of the fans.
Here's Sean Beatties! And he scores!
What does it mean to be Canadian? It's toughness. It's grit. You know who bears the red and white. You know the history. You know the storylines, and you know its weight. I've been there. I know what it takes. It's preparation for domination. It's the brotherhood so you could. It's long nights and longer days. That separates the good from the greats. This is Canada.
Woo. That's fresh.
Embrace the unexpected. Cool Bet.
We've had great fans. It's really motivating for our guys.
We want to put on a good product on the floor for the fans that are going to come here and spend their hard-earned money.
And as Martel slips it 5-hole. And his ball again down the middle. How did he hang on to that? Scores! Keegan Ball!
It's what they did in that room that turned the season around. I don't think we make that run with all the support of the fans.
Here's Sean Beatties! And he scores!
What does it mean to be Canadian? It's toughness. It's grit. You know who bears the red and white. You know the history. You know the storylines, and you know its weight. I've been there. I know what it takes. It's preparation for domination. It's the brotherhood so you could. It's long nights and longer days. That separates the good from the greats. This is Canada.
I'm not ready.
Welcome back inside the Ladner Leisure Center. 20 more minutes to go on day one. And I kind of have a feeling this might be a bit of a spicy period between Allegany and Snake Island. 5-4 is your score for the Arrows. They lead it after being down 4-0. And they still have 4:40 remaining on the major power play. In 13 seconds, it'll be 5-on-4, but a quick chance here, 4-on-3.
Blow the whistle. Let's play some Dewa Alado.
We're going to bring Kettle off on this power play. A little miscommunication. Cluche switches. flips it back. Janice, shot from a tough angle. They say didn't even hit the target. And so 4:20 to work with here on the major for the Arrows, leading by 1 after winning game 1 earlier this morning, 7-6 over Edmonton.
Once again, Six Nations Chiefs winning Game 5 over Peterborough, take a 3-2 lead in that series. The Elora Mohawks are your gold medal champions at the Founders Cup. And the Onondaga Redhawks claim bronze.
Hamilton takes the silver.
Victoria Shamrocks will head east for the Manor, winning the WLA. And, of course, your Coquitlam Junior Adnex are your Minto Cup champions.
Never heard of them. Lying. What a tournament that Minto Cup was. Some of the best junior lacrosse I've seen in a long, long time. And that Orangeville team and that Coquitlam team are NLL Pro run teams.
Still buzzing. There's a
backside look.
Whitcomb.
Amos Whitcomb getting on the board, and it's a power play goal. And they'll still be on the power play for 3:34 to go. He gets his first.
Needs 7 here for the over tonight, Teddy.
Whitcomb second of the tourney. More info on Winter Rivera from James Green. Class of 29 at Ohio State. Was a USA Lacrosse All-American, Academic All-American, first team All-Section 6, and had 300 career points at Gowanda Central High School.
Is that good?
It's pretty decent. He also would like to see Damoud in Philadelphia with the St. Catharines ties there.
About Speedy Pat McCready.
Yeah.
Named assistant coach in Rubble, the head man now.
Little hidden ball trick from the Arrows. Kluche's shot went wide. Atwood flips it. Kobe Whitcomb shot turned aside by Damoud. Loose ball. Picked up there by Kobe Whitcomb. Gets a pick from Amos Whitcomb, who's banging and crashing in the middle. Shot scores, Kluche. After going scoreless in the first, Kluche starting to heat up. He's got 3. That's 2 on the major. And it's now a 3-goal game.
Show for these Arrows. Coming.
And if you can win both games on the double day, you're doing yourself a lot of favors.
Huge, huge to do that, especially on day 1. Long way to go.
2 goals in a minute 50 here for the Arrows. Thornberry on the drop.
Let's also not forget the Muskies now playing a man short. Not on the floor, but on the bench as Briar Jonathan's evening is done.
Vaughn Harris somehow eludes the double team and will head off. Great job by Harris off the draw. Now here comes Snake Island trying to get back in this game. Matt Chion. Winter Rivera shot goes wide. Shot there from Firth. Oh, almost went in between the legs of Abrams. But Sauertuck right there to wave it off.
It's a couple times now. Abrams has gotten a little lucky in that department.
There's Janice, the man of the Aqua. Kobe Whitcomb. Skip it to Kluche. Now Lane Smith. Carries high, look back, doesn't pass it off. Kettle. Kluche with 5 on the shot clock. Shot right on target. Saved there by Damoud. Ball loose. Kettle battling for it. He'll find it. Buzzer went. Kettle thought it was dead. And a penalty coming. And this one will be to Luke Magnet.
Oh, man. They had the ball. You know what I'm going to say here today? Next goal in this game, a biggie. With this 3-goal Arrow lead. And now Snake Island going back to the penalty box here. And if they go down 4, I do not like their chances here tonight.
Well, not with the way the Go has been played in between the pipes. I mean, tough mountain to climb against this Arrows team. Well, here goes the power play to work again. Atwood to Kobe Whitcomb. Kluche will set it up. Flip it. Becker to Smith. Smith will shoot. Damoud with the save. Loose ball picked up in the corner. And Snake Island quickly up ahead. It gets all the way through. Swamp drives, dives. Oh, and he almost put it past the right arm again. of Goa Abrams, but as they tried time and time again to beat him on that right side, just haven't had much luck.
Shane Francis with the Woody trying to create something. Short-handed.
Kluche to Smith. Atwood will set it up. They'll go strong right. Atwood plays 1-2. Shot. Oh, that hit the bar.
He's got a good stroke, Atwood. I mean, he can really rip it. That was a nice low to high release there, and Damien gets bailed out by the crossbar.
That was a sneaky shot. Always wanted him to see if he could make the jump to the NLL. Hasn't been able to make it yet. But Obvious has loads of talent. Reset the 30 here. Swamp shot.
Kind of reminds me of like a Luke Wiles a little bit.
Running onto this one is Woods. He's got numbers with him. Woods shot. Far side again, turned away by Abrams.
That's patty cake right there for Goa. Easy stop.
30 seconds remaining on the minor to Luke Magnan. Jimerson to Kluche, and he'll go for a change. Out comes Atwood, Becker, Kettle, and the late man will be Kobe Whitcomb. Kluche flips it. Becker, shot, put it wide. Whitcomb, quick stick, far side, nicely handled there in the corner by Tyler Armstrong. And Armstrong will throw it deep. H. got Magnan with him out of the box. Luke Magnan, H. shot off the pipe and stays out. And Chris Kluche looked like hopping off the floor in some discomfort.
I don't know how many posts the Muskies have hit in this game, but it's got to be approaching double digits.
I want to say they've been a little snake bitten, but
don't do that.
I just did.
Don't do it.
Slide comes, flips it. Becker, Kettle gets to the middle of the floor, shot, saved. Damood, and able to trap it behind him. Up ahead. Here come the Muskies. Zach Hops gives it off to Firth. Tries to drive underneath, flips it back to Hops. He can't handle the pass. Won't be back over. Good job there by Winter Rivera. Firth, 9 on the shot clock. Firth still with it. Watch there by Sturros. Shot from a tough angle. Rebound shot off the leg pad, and it'll bounce nicely and calmly to George. Keep wanting to call him Kai George.
Yeah.
But it's Rudy. Kobe Whitcomb with a free lane shot. Oh, he tried to pull it back, short side cheese, and rang it off the back dasher. Up ahead, H. Late man, Skylar Thomas to H. on the crease. Dive scores! Oh, they wave it off. H. in the crease.
You gotta replay that, please.
You can hear Josh Sanderson screaming at the official that it was in.
I think it was.
Oh, I believe it went in.
No, I don't think he was in the crease, though.
Both bench staffs a little heated here to end day one. Loose ball picked up by Ty Thompson, has a man up ahead. It was Derek Hops. He couldn't find it, but he'll still run onto this one. And then tried to flip it back, and he gets it somehow. Crosshand. And just throwing some junk at the net, gets the rebound. And Bushi will give it to Ty Thompson. Shot, a little bouncer, just missed short side. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Might have taken a deflection.
You remember when the shot totals were almost double for Snake Island? Not so much anymore.
Bushi tried to rip it short side corner. Turned aside by Goa Abrams. Swim move. Von Harris trying to get to the crease. He does. Turned aside by Abrams. Loose ball. Winter Rivera to Woods. He'll shoot through a screen. Abrams again.
Confidence level is off the charts for Goa right now.
Might be the best goaltending performance I've ever seen from Goa Abrams.
You might be right.
Chris Atwood. Kettle. Watched there by Magnan. Gets a pick from Kluche. Good to see Kluche back out there. Janice behind the net. Amos Whitcomb floats it into trouble for Kettle late in the shot clock. And shot clock violation, running, are the Muskies. Man, Matt Accioni has an endless gas tank. In tight, turned aside off the left leg as they try to pull it short side.
And they just cannot figure out Goa Abrams.
Oh, that's a sailing pass out of the top of the stick from Xavier Taylor.
Yeah, I feel like the Muskies should be winning this game.
They've looked the more dangerous team for the majority of this game, but Allegany just not going away. And and Goa again, this time on Derek Hops, and then an extra chop there from Joe Hall.
But I mean, he's making the tough save look routine.
Amos Whitcomb takes a couple chops and an extra cross check. Toe drag. Kobe Whitcomb off the face mask at Damoud, and it'll roll to Chris Kluche. Amos Whitcomb, double clutch, shot, try to go far side, and Damoud got the shoulder on him.
Yeah, that had ice. That's a good stop from Damoud.
10.5 to play here in regulation. No overtime in the round robin of the President's Cup. Delayed penalty coming.
And this is what's got the Muskies in trouble here tonight.
And holding the stick call coming up.
We need another replay of that crease violation here. That's a goal. Better look maybe here. Yeah, that's a goal.
Great job, Georgie. Great job on our producer as well. So another power play opportunity. Low to low from Atwood, turned aside by Damoud. Accioni running. Seriously, does this guy ever run out of gas?
Penalty shot?
Oh, the bench minor.
Oh, wow. Not what you're looking for.
And I think Braden Wilkins just had enough from the bench of the Muskies. And Joe Hall will come and serve it.
It's day one, boys. Day one.
So 5-on-3 here for a minute 40. And a really good chance with just over 10 minutes to go for the Arrows to put a dagger in this one. Backhand flip shot off the shoulder of Damoud. And he's got to try to find somebody, just going to airmail it. Sherman Williams had it, now he'll grab it and move it up ahead to Chris Atwood. Adam Bomberry works back into the defensive set.
I had to double check. His first name was actually Sherman. Isn't that like a paint company or something?
Yep, Sherman Williams, yeah. Shot there by Atwood, knocked down by Bomberry. And Parker Johnson for Victoria. They got a jingle. Parker Johnson making house calls for over 40 years. I was waiting for him to make a good run. Saved there by Damoud. If you haven't noticed here in the President's Cup, Jake and I like to ramble.
It's a long week.
We got to talk about a lot of things over 7 days of lacrosse. Bushi.
Just wait till Tino's wedding conversation enters the chat.
Boy. Inside to Bushi. Pass was deflected nicely by a defensive stick. And here comes, and what do we got? Rudy George mixing it up on the with Vaughn Harris. And I think they're taking them both.
Yeah. This is one of those situations where you just want to kind of keep a lid on things. Like I said, a lot of pride on the line here between Seneca and the Mohawks, and temperature, like temperature is kind of boiling over a little bit.
So it'll stay 5-on-3. Almost looked like he gave him. Is that an unsportsmanlike or was that 10? Gave the old hip tap.
They're bringing somebody else across here. Maybe a 2 and a 10.
No. We'll just have Leo Sturos man in the middle of the floor. Janice, Whitcomb, backside look, pass knocked down by an active stick from Zach Hops. Man, the Hops brothers have been excellent tonight.
Yeah, they always are. They're solid as it gets. And good read on that one for Zach.
And, unfortunate was the injury to Cam Achione. Him and his brother Matt were having stellar games, and Matt just continues to run here as Woods is released from the box. So 5-on-4 for the Arrows for 15 more seconds. Kluche, 5-hole, save Damoud. And Winter Rivera on the long outlet pass. Can the youngster find it? Good box out there by Amos Whitcomb.
It's just a kind of a lazy ball there from Luke. He's usually the defensive leader on this Muskies team.
Joe Hall out of the box. I was going to say that's got to be minor interference. And it'll be a water break for both goaltenders.
There you go. Joe Hall sold that one pretty good. Veteran call. Pay a bill, Teddy.
Coolbet. Embrace the unexpectedness with Coolbet, the official sportsbook of the 2024 President's Cup. Check out the upcoming games for the Prezi at coolbet.com and dive into the action today with the best odds in lacrosse. Gambling can be addictive, mind you. Coolbet.
Stay cool. Bet responsibly.
Oh, you wanted to say that?
Yeah, that was good.
Sorry. Didn't know you hadn't talked enough.
No, just thought it'd be a nice little balance there.
I'll remember that. 7-4 is your score. 8:01 remaining. Shots 55-47 in favor of the Muskies, but they trail by 3.
Upcoming schedule tomorrow. Teddy, you want to pull that up? I only got my games.
I'll do everything.
I only got my.
Oh, I see how it is. I'll get it ready for the next stoppage.
All right.
5 games, so there's a lot.
Big day, too.
Firth. Rivera tried to flip it to Bushi. Knocked down by Sturos, who's hacking and whacking. Inside, shot, save. It was a save by Goa Abrams, denying Ty Thompson on the doorstep.
He literally shot that as hard as he could from 5 feet away from the net. If you can't place it, maybe try and overpower it.
Yep. Xavier Taylor has it knocked out of his stick by Luke Magnet. Loose ball picked up by Bomberry. Up ahead, Woods, 3-on-2 here. Whitcomb, one more, one-timer! What a finish from Bushi.
I mean, they have literally had numbers in transition all game, and I want to say that is the first time they have been able to finish.
Bushi with the one-timer in transition. Good extra pass, and Abrams just unable to get post to post.
And listen, this is a 2-goal lacrosse game with 7 minutes plus to go. Far from over. And the Muskies need to realize that.
Real quick, Monday, day 2, 8 a.m., Edmonton, Standing Buffalo, 2-0-2 teams, followed by Snake Island and Victoria at 11, Six Nations and Allegany at 2, Victoria, Standing Buffalo at 5, Ladner and Edmonton at 8, all here on BC Sports TV or live at the LLC. Errant pass, be back over. Woods is going to run onto it. They got numbers. Woods to the middle of the floor. Shot just missed, pulling it back short side. That'll be back in.
That would have been a big goal right there.
Woods is open. Late man, all alone. Went to Rivera, threw a twister and had it deflected nicely there by Jensen's stick. Sturos will bring it across center. Give it to Amos Whitcomb. And a lot of pressure here now coming from the Muskies D, trying to get back in this game. Hops, up ahead, Bomberry. Numbers again.
Again.
Bomberry. And again, it ricochets between the wickets of Abrams. Up ahead to Becker. And I think Snake Island's just trying to catch Allegany running out of gas here. Trying to run as much as they can. Becker watched by Swamp. Inside look, can't connect with Kettle. Woods has that's Firth up the floor, and again numbers. Firth inside, Rivera diving, had his stick checked at the last minute. Excellent play by Xavier Taylor. Here comes Jensen. Takes a chop from Woods and gives it to Kobe Whitcomb. Kettle. Gives it off to Lane Smith. One-timer off the right leg of Damoud, and that was a big save.
Don't call that.
No, this is going to stay here with Allegany. And they're screaming for the double, and it comes. Kobe Whitcomb running to space, able to get it to Kettle. He can't handle it. Up ahead, Derek Hops on a breakaway.
What a catch.
Hops, shot, shoulder saved by Abrams. And then Hops ran through the crease. And Abrams banging his pads at his bench, telling him to get on the floor.
I feel like that ball went out of bounds. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe both the Whitcombs and Goa played for Tuscarora last year at the President's Cup.
Sure, someone will let us know
But,
at PXP for Sports or at Teddy Jenner.
Yeah, but as we know, players in the Can-Am and Three Nations League tend to move
Float
around a
yeah.
little bit. Yep.
So Billy D. Smith calling a timeout here with 5:11 to go, just to give his troops an extra break. You can see a lot of tired bodies on that bench. And Sartuck having some words with one of the Muskie coaches. Chase Martin giving Goa Abrams one last pat before he heads back to his pipes. And I think for this final 5 minutes, Jake, we are going to see a heavy dose of defensive pressure from the Muskies.
Yeah, they got it. Arrows, Arrows ball out of the timeout here.
Janice to Becker, now Kluche. Late man, it's Chris Atwood. Kluche gets it from Kobe Whitcomb, back to Kluche. Swims past Bomberry, shot, missed short side, loose ball. Grabbed there by Accioni, up ahead, Firth.
Going to go.
Shot, took a deflection. And can Joe Hall keep this on side? He can't. They're going to say it took a deflection.
Yeah, it's off at an arrow.
So 15 on the shot clock here. Joe Hall going to try to get underneath. Comes back high side. Thought about it. Will take it. That shot got deflected. Loose ball picked up there by Darius Anderson. Up ahead. Xavier Taylor. And they're going to call too many men here. And they already had a guy on the bench.
Yeah, I don't like that call.
This is the fourth or fifth call in a row that Braden Wilkins has made it on this Muskies team. And Josh Sanderson and the Mitchell brothers, none too pleased with Mr. Wilkins. But another power play opportunity coming here for Allegany. 4:21 to go. And now, if you're Allegany, you want to start using a little bit of clock. You still got to be aggressive and go to the net up 2, but the clock is your friend. Kluche and Smith play 1-2. Atwood, Kluche, low to low, save Damoud in his feet. Bagden has it, just going to throw it. Accioni, all alone, shot. Goa Abrams with the right arm again.
This guy, unreal.
And Kluche still feeling it in that left hamstring. That does not good.
I think that's cramping, Teddy, the way he's moving.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I don't think that's anything pulled right there. I think that's some pickle juice, maybe a banana, a little mustard, yeah.
I always remember Jason Bloom would just drink a jar of pickle juice before a game.
Where'd he go school?
The
Ohio State.
Shot there from Kettle, turned aside by Damoud, ball loose. Good battle here by Kettle. Finally picks up the loose ball. Amos Whitcomb, shot, fakes it. Whitcomb gets it back, and Damoud with a big save and takes a heavy hit from Woods. Bounce pass up ahead.
I can't understand how the one thing they do not want to do is get caught in transition.
Shot off the left toe of Abrams.
And time again, they're getting beat up the floor.
Oh, and this is going to be Jimerson got sucked in by Woods. And we'll have 4-on-4 for 43 seconds. And that was a smart play from Nate Woods to get Jimerson to throw the undisciplined cross check. A little 4-on-4 action with 3:03 to play. Nick Damewood was looking to the bench, see if they want him to come to the bench. But they'll stay and play 4-on-4 here. Skylar Thomas, Winter Rivera. Firth clears through for a pick for Bushi. Bushi gets his hands free. Shot got it up high on Abrams. And he'll hold it for the whistle.
Again, I feel like this game should be about 21-7 here for the Muskies.
Here's Thornberry. Gives it off to Janice.
63 shots on goal here for Snake Island.
And only 5 goals. What a performance by Goa Abrams. If you're looking for MVPs, look between the arrows pipe. Snake Island screaming for an early change call. Not going to get it. But Adam Bomberry has it for the Muskies. They'll give it to Winter Rivera. On comes Joe Hall. Power play here for the Muskies. Down 2.
Gotta score. Gotta score.
Late man is Derek Hops, who will play a shift to O here in the power play. Thomas up top. Winter Rivera. Low to low. Blocked.
Took too long.
Yep. And he gets his own rebound. Shot on target. Save Abrams. Loose ball. Picked up behind that. Here comes an early double. And Rivera has it as a man in front of Skylar Thomas. Oh, what a glove save by Goa Abrams. 10 bells all night long from the Arrows goaltender.
They are going to be having nightmares.
And that'll be 8 seconds. Firth, minute and a half left to play. 30 on the minor. Thomas to Firth. Joe Hall will set it up. Bushi, shot scores. It's a 1-goal game.
Okay.
7-6 as Bushi gets his third.
Don't go anywhere.
And I think that's their first power play marker of the night on their 66th shot. Heck, even Allegany's got 50 on net.
Yeah, I mean,
116 shots in this game and still 80 seconds to play.
this is why you just love the Prezi. You just never know what kind of game you're going to get. And each one that you do is different from the next.
Scoreboard reads the same score of Allegany's first win. And a nice win there by Thornberry. They had a man all the way up the floor. They won't force it.
Note to self, hammer the under for every other Arrows
There's
game
an
to
unfortunate tripping call coming to Luke Magnan. Went for the slash check on Kobe Whitcomb. Missed the stick, caught his foot.
We're going to look at it here on the replay.
Goes for the chop.
I
And
mean,
just
yeah, that's,
got him right in the leg. That's as blatant a trip as you can get.
I don't know. There's not a whole lot to protest there.
Last minute of play. 1-goal game.
No
Arrows leading the Muskies 7-6.
They'll need a shorty.
Already got one.
Here we go.
Bomberry.
Oh, he dropped the ball.
Bomberry.
Oh, that looked painful.
Muskies bench up in arms. Long pass picked off nicely. And they call timeout.
Oh, my goodness. They had 2 guys up the floor and behind everybody.
Bomberry and Accioni both got their head in their hand saying, what are we doing? Mind you, they haven't exactly been great on breakaways here tonight.
But still, you're taking a breakaway over anything else at any time.
So Josh Sanderson will draw up a play for the offense, 6-on-5. Billy D. Smith will instruct his defense. And Goa Abrams might have to make a couple more saves here to preserve this victory.
I mean, they will definitely pull Damewood here and go 5-on-5. I mean, you got to do that.
Yep. Don't forget, first game tomorrow, 8 a.m.
I'll be sleeping.
Edmonton, Standing Buffalo, 2 teams 0-1.
I'll definitely be sleeping then. 2-on-1.
Wow.
Just, hey, man, I'm going to be back here in less than 12
I'm
hours.
going to tell Pimmer you said that.
More worried about
Here
killing.
comes the pass to Bushi, doesn't connect. Can Skylar Thomas get there? Nice job, flips it to Joe Hall, and he throws it away.
That'll do it. Well, maybe not.
Maybe not. Winter Rivera finds it.
Look out.
20 seconds. Rivera Floating pass to Firth. Behind the net, Rivero, he was already thinking about the dunk, and Allegany is going to come back from 4-0 down and win their second game of this tournament, I believe. It's just a casual parry away from Goa Abrams to put a stamp on what was a remarkable performance between the pipes. 61 saves.
Who starts tomorrow now? This is crazy.
What a performance. First game, Chase Martin stole the show and was the MVP. Tonight, Goa Abrams, a lifetime performance between the pipes.
Yeah, I mean, just take out a second mortgage tomorrow morning and just lay it all down on the under anytime the Arrows are playing. That's what you do. Stay cool. Play responsibly.
All right, Jake, who are your MVPs?
Goa Abrams
Correct.
and Goa Abrams.
I'll go Goa and Bushi, since you can't pick the same guy twice.
Yeah, I think that's probably a fair assessment.
As the teams will shake hands. And we'll have our MVPs, and we'll send you off on a Sunday night, 10 o'clock. We've been here since 9:30.
Yep.
And
Day
I
one.
will be back here with Tino Farah tomorrow morning.
Day one. Done.
As the Muskies are just heading straight off the floor. They don't even care about MVPs or anything.
Yeah,
They just want to get out of here.
Pretty frustrated lacrosse team with, I think, themselves and maybe the officials as well. And some of them now will stay, and that's the right thing to do here. You know, win or lose, you gotta show sportsmanship.
Adam Bomberry and Leo Storos making sure to shake the officials' hands.
Muskies will regroup. It's not the first time they've started a President's Cup 0-1, and they know how to get through this week here as well. And they'll be better as the week moves along, no question about it. But a great start here for the Arrows of Allegany, starting 2-0.
You couldn't ask for a better start. You start the tournament, the first game of the day, the last game of the day, you play the double, and Muskies don't want to stick around. They want to get off the floor. They don't like how long this has taken.
Well,
I don't know what's taking them so long to get the MVPs down to the scorer's box.
yeah, I don't know that either, but come on, guys. Another couple of minutes, not going to kill you.
And I think do the other teams pick the MVP? Maybe that's what's taking so long.
Yeah, maybe.
But what an opening day to the President's Cup. Allegany 2-0, Ladner 1-0, Six Nations 1-0,
Yep.
and then Victoria, Snake Island, and Standing Buffalo, all 0-1.
Edmonton.
And Edmonton, yeah. Here we go, MVPs. Nick Damoud gets the MVP for the Snake Island Muskies. He made 43 saves here tonight.
I like that pick.
Yep.
I mean, Damoud was solid.
He certainly was. And I imagine Goa Abrams, we'll hear his name here momentarily.
Come on. You can do it. I mean, if it's not as obvious as you can get, I mean, come on now.
And it is Goa Abrams. I just don't. I think she can see his Haudenosaunee or his
Okay.
indigenous name, so she's probably trying to figure out how to pronounce it.
Yeah, fair enough.
But Goa Abrams making 61 saves is your MVP for the Arrows here in Game 2, and that will end Day 1 officially at the President's Cup. For our entire BC Sports staff, for Jake, my name's Teddy. We'll see you tomorrow, 8 a.m. Tino and I will be back for the morning call. Day 1 is over from the 2024 President's Cup.
Night.